Oh, not yet. I'm sorry.
Okay.
One second.
Hey, Bob.
Yes, it is loading in. Okay, yeah.
Hi there. We are the Wombats, and we are going to improvise a mockumentary for you today. All we need to get started is a suggestion of a genre from you, our at-home audience. Superhero. Sounds great. Okay. Here we are. The Wombats present an improvised mockumentary of a superhero genre.
Hey, Sam, what's your name?
My name is Blasta Girl.
Blaster Girl. How'd you get that name?
Oh, when I was younger, I pointed at a new friend, and that friend's no longer with us, unfortunately. I learned that when I have two fingers and shoot them one way, blasted, it's gone.
Did you go to jail?
No, I did not. I was tried as a minor, and then I blasted away the jury in that case. So there is no more record of my crime. But thank you for asking.
Did you ever feel bad for killing your friend?
Oh, yes, I did. I'm a good friend, but I was giving her two fingers for a reason. Yeah, she had told me I couldn't stand with her next to her in the lunch line. And I said, what? And so some people say that things happen for a reason. Blast a Girl sometimes says that. And as a result, do not feel that bad.
So what plans do you have as a hero? Like, do you ever kill villains or just put them in jail?
Oh, I have no concern for villains. I don't really see things as good or bad. I'm just trying to live my life as a normal, average girl. However, people have very strong expectations of me, which makes things pretty tough. People are always asking me to blast this and blast that, and if the price is right, I'll do it. But in terms of looking for villains and trying to make sure that the world is rid of them, I think that's a job for someone else.
Do you have any someone special in your life?
I have many special people. Thank you for asking. The most special person to me is the Visible Man.
The Visible Man.
Yes, the Visible Man.
The Visible Man. Okay.
Yes, visible. He's out there. There's a lot of competition. Everyone can see him. But I like to think he only has eyes for me. There's a few others, but this week, Visible Man is blasting it with Blast a Girl.
Hey, Kristen, what's your name?
Darla Dark.
Dark? Do you have stealth? Are you a stealthy person?
I got the invitation to come to this school like everybody else, and I have no idea why. I mean, as far as I can tell, my greatest weapon is my incisive wit and my penetrating glare.
Do you wish? Go ahead, Bob.
Can you tell me about a moment in your life where you did something for the greater good?
No.
Nothing. Okay.
Do you prefer being called Darla or Darla Dark?
I like Darla Dark. I like alliteration. It sort of rolls off the tongue, right? Yeah.
Are you on any teams of superheroes?
I'm not a big joiner. It's not like I hate people or don't like to be involved with things. It's just that I don't like people and I don't enjoy being involved in things. I am a member of the school smoking club. I'm also in the AV club, which is just, as of right now, just me. Just people who are superheroes don't feel like they need special effects, which is cool.
Darla, if you weren't at school right now, what would you rather be doing?
If I could do anything, I would be a director of penetrating documentaries, really hard hitting stuff, just showcasing how stupid and vapid and like silly superhero culture is, and how like as a society we glamorize these powers when in reality like we never worry about the vessel that wields them.
Who would you say is your biggest competition in this world?
I mean, myself. Also, I guess hypothetically, if we put much stock in powers, I guess like the fact that I don't have any means like everybody who I go to high school with is like hypothetically my competition, Blast Girl, especially with her blasting powers, which she really likes to make clear to everybody over and over and over again.
Hey, Mitchell, what's your name?
Mayor Pete.
Mayor Pete.
Yeah.
What do you work with the superheroes in a mayor capacity?
I am a bit of a liaison to the superheroes. Yes, that's what my job has turned into. I was dealing with the superheroes. It's always a joy.
Are there many conflicts you need to resolve, or?
Yes, actually, with budgeting, we need to pay those superheroes so they feel like they are contributing. And, sometimes they aren't, but, we don't want them to go chaotic.
What's the
like
name of the
last year?
Are superheroes very fiscally responsible? And I'm taking it that they're not.
Let's say collateral damage is normal. And they don't have insurance. So guess who foots the bill? You taxpayers and me trying to figure it out.
What's the name of the town that you're mayor of, and how long have you been there?
Fickleville. Yep. I've been mayor for about 2.5 years. Before that, I was a comptroller. I was originally working over at the SBI, the Super-Powered Bureau of Investigation.
I've been told that there's a large hole in your heart. Do you mind talking about that?
A superhero killed my girlfriend. Tried blasting the villain, and she got caught in the blast. Now I have to appease them, and it's hard. It's very hard.
Do you want revenge on the person who killed them?
Oh no, yes. But you won't hear me say that. I'll need to. I'm working on doing something under the table, but all things in due time.
Hey, Pratt, what's your name?
They call me the teleporter.
The teleporter?
Yes, I can warp space and time and teleport from one place to another.
Now, did you always were you teleporting as a child? Have you always had this?
Yes. So once I tried to eat my cereals And as I tried to reach the spoon, I ended up in White House, and that's how I found I have superpowers.
Hmm.
Have
Yeah.
you ever teleported into an embarrassing situation?
Oh yes. I was not in control of my powers when I was a teenager, and this one time I farted so bad I ended up in the girls' locker room by mistake.
Mm,
That was a very embarrassing situation.
mm.
So that's how I realized that controlling my farting is controlling my power. You can call me telefarter if you want, but I prefer teleporter.
Have you had any trouble making friends at school?
Uh, the problem is like whenever I use my powers, I tend to fart, so I always smell bad. So it has been an issue sometimes
Hmm.
making friends. But yeah, that's bad. I'm a very, very lonely teleporter.
Is there someone that you desire?
There was a time I saw this mysterious girl called Darla Dark. She had a mysterious vibe around her.
Mm.
So I wish I could, she could talk to me once.
Have you ever farted in your sleep and then woken up somewhere randomly?
Mhm.
Ah, yes. I once farted and I ended up in someone else's bed, and I had a lot of explaining to do to her husband. But I went to Himalayas and trained under a sage, and I have controlled my sleep farting, so I don't teleport anywhere now.
Hey, Bob, what's your name?
My name is the visor. Let's let you all know my special superpower is long division. Mm.
Has that superpower come in handy recently?
See, that's the thing. People are needing me less and less. 20, 30 years ago, I was always a job for the divisor, but now this technology has just consumed society and I feel forgotten. In fact, my sidekick, you might have heard of him, the Remainder. He left me to seek other employment because there were no jobs for us.
Now, it's my understanding that usually when kids get to fourth or fifth grade, they start to understand long division. How are you set apart from those fourth and fifth graders?
Long division is an art. It's an art. Most people cannot carry a one the way that I can. So it's an art. I put the art in art, okay? Don't say this, just because a fifth grader can fly, by jumping into the air, does that mean he can fly like Superman? No, no. There's different levels of power, and my level of long division is just way above a fifth grader.
Many people have been saying, why doesn't he just become a teacher? What is he waiting for? What is he holding out for?
You've heard those that can't do teach? Well, I can do, okay? I can do. I'm still relevant. I'm still relevant.
So can you divide by 0?
It's 0. Yes.
I'm wondering, Divisor, what's something in this world or in your personal life that you would want to multiply?
More of me, more of me. People just don't, 30 years ago, I was mobbed with suitors, mobbed. Now, but I was picky, I was picky. I'm like, oh, this one can't carry a 2 or can only carry out the 4 places. I should have been less selective. Now I'm obsolete. Nobody wants me. Like I said, even my sidekick, gone. I'm very lonely.
Fun.
Hey Drew, what's your name?
I'm Nathan, the nutritionist.
Oh, so like Do you provide nutrition to all the superheroes or something like that?
I think playing the role today, dietitian, nutritionist, it's really about a holistic approach. Now, I'll be honest with you, a lot of these guys, they have tremendous powers. They like we look at like the teleporter. He for the longest time was eating such a poor diet that while he could teleport, his BMI index was just off the charts. His heart was failing him. His flatulence, really didn't aid anything, didn't provide any value. And I prescribed a new diet along with CrossFit. And I think we've seen a lot of strides that'll help him not just in his superhero life and that lane, but really in his personal life.
There have been some polls to the public asking like, what exactly does this guy do? What is the nutritionist? Does he actually have powers? Did he just take some courses in college? What do you say to that?
Well, now we derive a lot of expertise within our institutions today. Where'd you go to college? Where'd you get the certificate? And I think the biggest metric, to be totally honest with you, you look at where some of these superheroes were before, where they are now. We've had them run the track. We've taken blood tests. Their DNA doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really have like the gadgetic compounds that, we're used to as humans. But that said, it really takes, again, a wide approach of diet, exercise, also, implementing some Reiki, some rasa, some meditation, just some new things that I've been trying that some people say is out there, but I really think that they're getting the benefit of it and they're learning to work as a team.
Do you feel particularly called to superhero nutrition science, or have you ever worked in mere mortal nutrition science?
Now, big terms today. We talk about big pharma. We talk about big corn and big sugar. I think from a marketing perspective, you look at big superhero, and just from the advertising and the corporations. This month is Pride Month, and we have Raytheon and Lockheed Martin talking about Pride. Last January, when it's Superhero Month, they were doing the same thing. They pretended to be an ally to the superheroes when we all know that's not true. All that's to say, I think I'm needed to make sure that these individuals are on track so they can operate as one entity to eliminate crime, poverty, but it really starts from me watching out for their bodies.
Recently, you were banned from Twitter for spreading misinformation. Can you tell us about that?
Legally, I cannot. I got to tell you though, Devisor, as well as anyone, the polarization divides the nation from these big tech companies. And so, misinformation for one, I just want to put that info out there and then you can do with it as you will. I think alternative outlets are needed. I think that, we need to go away from the mainstream, and there's many alternative viewpoints that I think this crew has benefited from. Okay.
Hey, I'm Mayor Pete, and I'm the mayor, and I hate my job. I hate it. Part of me just is kept in it this long just because I got to keep changing it somehow. Somebody's got to keep everybody in line. And, I feel like I'm good at it, but, more and more of these superheroes which I've worked with some good superheroes in the past, some actual superheroes. A lot of them these days. Let me just take a step back. A couple of years ago, we've had this surge in crime. Due to all these superpowered people not knowing what to do with their powers, so they go out and commit crimes so that they can make money. So we essentially create this stipend program to give money to superpowered individuals so that they can do good and, kind of back off and, they don't need to deal with shit. But it's become a bit of an epidemic of sorts in that everybody is saying that they're a superhero and a lot of them aren't. A lot of them, I don't really know about this nutritionist, this divider guy. Those aren't, they just have an education? Is that their superpower? Do they actually have powers? I'm working on getting a test going to help improve upon this, but it is an uphill battle. Yes.
Sorry you guys had to hear that sound. I think it might be new to you, but I am the teleporter, and as you guys know, every time I fart, I can teleport by farting, basically. It has been a troublesome power. I am technically the fastest man alive, but I am also kind of the most stinky man alive, since I fart all the time because I that's my superpower. I can fart and teleport. But yeah, life has been sad. I have managed to save a lot of people from situations like fire and everything, but I have not managed to save myself from this loneliness. Since I smell bad, no one really wants to hang out with me. I might be the strongest man on this planet, but there's no one to share this joy with. I'm just, a lonely man farting away in this universe. Really don't know what to do. Just, I hope something happens.
Yep. Do I have regrets? Of course I had regrets. I have regrets, I mean, when you're good at something, you got to maximize what you do, 1982, everything was a job for the deviser. I mean, there was a deviser movie in theaters. Marvel had deviser comic books. I mean, there were deviser action figures, I mean, if anyone needed long division assistance, it was the job for the deviser. NASA, they created their first moon launch in 1969 using my math skills. I had to divide 5,002 by 1,104 to get a gravitational quotient of 7.3241. Now nobody needs me. It's not fair, I tell you. It's not fair. Technology, calculators, computers, I hate them. I'm very, very jealous. I'm very, very jealous. Nobody needs me. Nobody wants me. I used to have a sidekick. I'm not even worthy of a sidekick anymore. Here he is, the remainder. See him? He's right. I dream about him all the time. He left me because the visor. Yeah, nobody. You're not the big deal anymore. Huh? You're not the big superhero on the block. I mean, I've been replaced by other superheroes. There's this guy called the Visible Man that has more PR than me. There's a Visible Man movie. Oh boy, I wish it was 1982. I should have enjoyed it more. They tell you just to smell the grass and look at the flowers and look at the sky or whatever more. I should have done that. I should have inhaled the oxygen and sucked it into my lungs and just enjoyed it, but I didn't. Nobody wants a divisor anymore. They just use a calculator. They come to solve a problem, they all laugh and rip out their IBM PS2 or whatever they have. My life sucks.
Blastigirl, I am so sorry. It's really great to be here with all of you. Thank you so much for asking me these questions. It's not that often that people want to talk to me. That's not true. They want to all the time, because I don't know if you are aware, but not often people do not have the powers that I have, like this. Hope you didn't like that much. So it's a pretty big deal right now. It's a big time in my life. We only have 2 months until superhero graduation. And unlike the rest of the supers, this will be my 4th time to try to graduate. Yes, I have friends. Yes, I am quite popular, hence these sunglasses. But I cannot manage to pass math class. It has really blasted my GPA, if you will, and really hurt my chances of becoming something in this world. I really think that now that Divisor is here, he's been down in the dumps, but I really think that he could help me get to where I need to be and walk across that stage. You know, it hasn't always been easy to have these powers, excuse me again, but it has really gained me some true friends that haven't lasted that long, either because they've gotten injured or because I didn't quite give them what they want. But there are limitations to what I can do. Fire hydrants have hurt me. Gloves, not my friend. And so I really do need this degree in order to be credible for those around me, that I'm not just doing things on a whim. Really, I have more to me than my fingers. I have a brain. I do. I have a brain, and I'm about ready for everyone to see that.
Now, some of these individuals have begun to, not really adhere to the plan that I've created, in terms of when to wake up, when to go to sleep, when to eat, what to eat, types of good music for the morning, music for nighttime. The divisor has just stopped everything completely. Darla has really, never really taken, a liking to a regiment or routine. Blast Girl really yelled at me the other day, and I didn't like that, not much at all. I think it can do wonders for him. I've been starting to feel a little neglected here. Working with, the administrator here at the school, as apparently Mayor Pete, the budget's being cut. I don't have as much to work with. We always talk about, where are we going to get the money? Where's it going to come from? But it's coming from here. This is what's being cut, and it affects their performance. It affects their health, and we've seen a rise in crime lately. We've seen some of the baddies on the streets, and I think, if they were eating more of a gluten-free, farm-raised, sustainable diet, then it would affect their thoughts, which would then affect their belief systems, their action. What do you know? Maybe they'd be using their powers a little more often in the right direction, instead of getting little, fights in the hallways and just playing around outside, just really this like aimless use of it all. Like I think like the teleporter was trying to go to Mars or something the other day. He's never even made it to the moon. Last time he tried to do that, he almost died because he had no oxygen. So I'm really not sure what to do at this point. You know, we either need to get a greater budget, we need some more money. I need to be listened to. I just think that I have a lot to offer, and no one's really, you know, I'm not going to talk about last Thursday. You know, I ran into, you know, most of 7th period just eating like at a Popeyes with that. I mean, a little splurge every once in a while is fine, but that's what it is. It's a splurge. So, you know, you reap what you sow. I think they're getting a little unorganized right now. So if there's some way that I could kind of force them to get back on track, I think it would do wonders.
So graduation is coming up, and I really want to get into the MCU NYU campus, like become a filmmaker. It's my dream. And I realized if I really want to get in, I'm just going to really need to send them a blockbuster documentary, show them what I could do. So I've got this plan. I'm going to infiltrate the different cliques of this school, and I'm going to get footage from the inside to expose the stupidity and the vapidity and the vacuousness and the inanity and the superfluity and the gratuitousness and the abject horror that surrounds the superhero identity. So you're going to see some changes from me as I try and work my way into these guarded inner social sanctums. As of right now, all I've managed to infiltrate is that boy who farts a lot to go places and the guy who follows everybody around trying to tell them what to eat, which is a good start. I mean, God, a very good start. But I also want to get some footage of the mayor liaisoning with basically overpowered children. Some of them I don't even think have superpowers, which is a real statement. It's an indictment. It's an indictment that I am a student at this school when I don't have any quote unquote powers, you know? What does it even mean to be a superhero? These are the questions I plan to ask in my film. But you know, let me tell you, it's hard to be the only person who really sees like the truth. It's hard to be an outsider, and it's hard to swallow that and then become an insider. So I've got my work cut out for me.
Got to the annual hero certification exam site. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining on this most prestigious annual tradition. Here you will be tested on your abilities, your powers, and hopefully we'll all join hands and get to know each other. And those who will be registered as powered, legitimate powers, will get that yearly stipend. So good luck, everyone. Yes, sir. Yes.
Do you want to see my power? I have a power.
Nerd. Yeah, am I right, Blast Girl? What a nerd. Sports.
If everyone turns around and faces the other direction, I can go invisible.
You know,
you're still looking at me, so I
yeah,
can't
you know, I
do
am.
it.
I don't think that's.
It
I've
does.
heard of that.
I'll just stay
I've heard
here.
that trick before from some other mayors in some other towns, and you know,
No, you can continue. I would have shown you, but it's fine. Don't want to
Wait a
interrupt.
second.
Please go ahead.
Aren't you you're the nutritionist, aren't you?
Yeah. Does everyone hear that? Like, we have a nutritionist and a program to follow.
Wait, you were saying that you go invisible?
Yes. It's a new
You have
power.
nutritionist powers or invisibility powers? I'm not exactly understanding.
Uh,
And-
Mr. Mayor, if I may add, he is a damn good nutritionist. Ever since he helped me, my farts smell a little bit better.
Thank you, teleporter. You know, it was a little too much leafy greens. We cut down on the roots vegetables as a whole, kept them there, but cut them down. Appreciate you followed the plan and you've seen gains. So
That's what she said. Am I right? Ho, sports.
Hey, Darla.
A good one, Darla.
Thanks, Blast Girl. Yeah.
But so do you have nutritionist powers or are you just a certified nutritionist?
He definitely has invisibility powers because I've been here for 4 years and have never seen this guy.
that's literally not true. You've been in my office before.
What?
If you don't recall, I just sometimes I don't feel seen, if that's what you're saying. Anyway, this shouldn't be about me. It's
Well, we'll take some of that and we'll get back to you.
Hey,
Mr. Mayor, I have to ask, what is going to be all on the test today?
You'll be judged based off of your actual use of powers, your character.
Got it.
We don't want any villains or anything like that, but and a criminal background check.
Okay. In that background check, are we talking about geography and writing and maybe our math abilities? No.
Background check is in, have you committed any crimes? We do not supply money to previous or current criminals.
Freeze. I'm feeling kind of left out here. I mean, how many times do I have to repass the certification test to prove myself? Other professions, aren't you grandfathered in? Like, if you're a plumber, you're always a plumber, right? I mean, I gotta keep proving that my power is special. This hurts. I'm really feeling obsolete here.
Freeze. How many times do I have to try to take this test and never get certified and never prove what I'm capable of due to technicalities and them constantly changing things that do not matter? Unfreeze.
Freeze. I think I've got them all fooled, man. I mean, I can just tell that they totally are buying my jock act with line and sinker. I'm going to make the best documentary ever, and it's going to be the absolute culmination when I pass this superhero exam despite having no powers whatsoever. Unfreeze.
And yeah, that's how the criminal background check goes. And hopefully you aren't a criminal. Because we don't.
So, are there a limited number of slots, like limited number of superheroes that can graduate?
Yes,
every year?
3.
Oh.
Yes, 3 per year. We took in way too many heroes for this last 4-year period, and now we.
And then if I'm not a superhero, I just become like a townsperson. Is that basically what happens?
The divisor.
You do not know me, the divisor? Oh my goodness, I was superhero of the year 1982. Perhaps you saw my my film in 1983, The Quotient Factor, based on my true life story. It was at AMC theaters everywhere. Freeze.
kind of rings a bell, but
The
what
problem,
powers do you have? Or are you
freeze,
just
freeze.
really
The
good at
problem
math?
with youth today is that they don't know the past things. You know, I mean, I was 1983 was the visor this, the visor that, cover of Time magazine. Nobody watches old things anymore. I mean, I knew all about the superheroes from the silent era and the Renaissance era and the prehistoric times. These kids today don't know a thing.
Freeze. All these people, they just want to take and take and take and take. And we are so close to being out of budget. And here's a guy who knows math. What? Does nobody else see this? Am I going crazy here? He has a degree. Does he throw numbers that he conjures out of air? I don't understand. What are we paying these guys for?
Freeze. I know Darla doesn't have powers, but she is the only person who really talks to me. So I haven't ratted her out yet, and I hope I can get her the superhero license so she can keep talking to me. And I'm planning to throw out the divisor under the bus. Mayor, if I may, if you can see, the divisor is really obsolete because nowadays we have calculators and quantum computers. We don't really need the divisor.
What? What?
That's true.
What?
We do have
What?
calculators.
Ah!
Oh,
Dude, I'm gonna go get toasted, cramps and bruise. Let me know when it's time to get tested. Whatever. Freeze. I don't know if my jock disguise is working. I'm gonna switch tactics. Unfreeze.
Freeze. That girl seems cool. Unfreeze.
So if you'll just proceed this way, we can get you all started in our testing booths.
Okay, I'm here.
Well, if anyone needs me, I'll be smoking outside.
Did you just do?
Yes, there was quite a smell.
At least it smells better than burning human flesh, ballast girl.
That seems like a low blow.
I know what you did. That's
And you know about low blows.
I get a lot of them.
Students, please enter your testing pods.
Divisor, I know it isn't legal, fair, however you want to word it. But when we get to the math section, you're cool if I look at your papers, right?
You need me.
I've needed you for a while.
You have.
I didn't quite realize that divisor was something involved with division. And that has been the hardest thing for me this whole time.
That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. I feel like a new superhero. You're okay, blessed girl. You know, ever since the remainder left me, I've been kind of lonely, you know.
Well, that makes sense. Ever since I blasted my best friend, I've been a little lonely too.
I've been, in the olden days, they used to have like halls of superhero justice. Maybe you and I could team up.
Sounds pretty great. I don't think I need my face in a hallway. I would just really like to get out of this current hallway right now because I've been looking at it for literal years.
I don't know. This might be a little forward, blessed girl, but I'm having feelings for you.
I'm a little uncomfortable. And now I am feeling extra uncomfortable with this wafting scent into my nose. Unfreeze.
Freeze. What I regret about the height of my powers is I didn't go for what I wanted, you know? I mean, I didn't ask the girl out. I didn't, enjoy the moment. So this blast girl, she needs me. I think she likes me. So I'm just gonna go for it here.
I just teleported here and I saw you two copying, cheating in this exam.
No, there's no cheating here. There's not.
Blast girl was seeing your answers, divisor.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. No.
Old man.
I'm going to ask you one time. Hands up. Teleporter, you didn't see anything, did you?
I did see you two cheating.
Freeze. He's accusing us of cheating. I mean, does he not know the superhero code of ethics? Superheroes aren't even capable of cheating. I was helping the love of my life. I was helping. Blast girl, I'm so glad that we've come together, and we're a team. We're a team. We're gonna have.
Divisor, I am sorry. I think I missed him. Be right back.
Wait, no, wait. I long for your embrace, Blast girl.
No.
Alone again. Oh, I'm alone.
I see that you're a person who knows how to accumulate wealth. That's similar to me. I also am a wealthy superhero.
Yeah, I have some wealth. I wish I would have saved more, I mean,
Oh, that's a shame.
I spent a lot of it on party drugs,
Oh, really? Party drugs, you say? And tell me, how many years have you been in attendance at this superhero school?
You got to recertify every year to be a superhero, right? So I've been here since the 80s. I mean, it's a long time. I mean, I'm dating myself, right? I mean, I know that, right? And I just don't want to retire, I mean, it's tough when they tell you, your time's up. I wish I was a timeless superhero, I mean, look at Superman. I mean, he's just timeless. I mean, I get a superpower that just expires. It's just hard to take.
The question is whether, I guess, like, that is ever a superhero power at all, if it can expire, right?
You know what will expire, Darla? Your bodies. If you're not constantly and always ameliorating your systems. Like I am currently optimizing my cardiovascular system. Maybe that'll be a portion on today's test,
I see. Can you tell me, you had another power you had mentioned, beyond the nutrition, there was something about invisibility.
So for that one, if you turn around.
Oh no, I'm in the secret society. You needn't see, look, I'm also a wealthy person, so you can see that I'm privy to all secrets.
No, this secret is like, I go secret, and like I also go dark. If you're not looking, then I disappear and I go invisible. So
okay. All right.
Yeah, Divisor, you want to turn around?
Of course. I'm always open to new friends.
Sure. Okay. Ready, go. And you can't see me.
I can.
I'm gone. You turn. Now I appear again because you're looking at me. So, in terms of the value this brings, I think it's just like another layer on top of the nutrition and the holistic recommendations that just really adds, some value, right?
Freeze. I think this divisor guy is another part of my equation. I think he can help me become relevant again. Divisor, will you take me under your wing and show me your ways?
Freeze. This is the most amazing footage. I mean, this documentary is making itself. Everybody looks so silly and nobody has any power.
please, Deviser, take me under your wing. I am your humble grasshopper.
I mean, I'm just Nathan. If you want to call me that, you can call me like whatever you like. I mean, I've kind of always wanted like a better nickname than like what my parents named me. Because I'm not close to them anyway. But like, I don't know, maybe we can come up with nicknames. Like, I think everyone should be able to change their nickname, you know, whenever they want to be able to change it. If they like have different power that like stumble upon, then they should be able to change their name too. So
Nathan, take me under. Yes, Nathan, I am yours. I'm gonna go fetch you some water or something because you're working so hard.
Is Blaskill around? She tried to kill me, and I need to report it to Mayor.
So, are you eating root vegetables again?
Yeah. Did he just turn invisible? Does he really have a superpower? Mayor, are you there? Oh, sorry for the past mail, but
hey, yes.
I just wanted to let you know, Blast Girl tried to kill me, tried to blast me away.
She tried to kill you.
Yes, and she and Deviser were cheating, so I think you would know what to do.
She tried. Did she blasted with a like a laser blast?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well. Okay. Well, let me get the police involved.
Yes, please.
I gotta go.
And
this was wow. what a discovery. First of all, Blast Girl, as you know, got taken in for attempted murder. So villain found, villain caught. So system's kind of working. But you know, most everyone didn't actually have usable powers. Nothing that we could really use, you know. It was that in combination with this one documentary that came out happening at the same time that it exposed us and exposed them and how fraudulent they are. And yes, please, they are terrible. All these leeches on our society. They're taking everybody's money, all the taxpayers' money. And I've just been powerless to do anything about it. As much as I can do with the mayor office, it's gotten so ingrained, and now everybody's just like, yeah, I know nutrition. Yeah, I know how to multiply things, like on paper or whatever. Well, we are disbanding the superhero lineup. We're slowly phasing out the program. I think it's for the best. I think it's for the best.
So as you guys might have seen in the documentary, the exams were really, really bad. Blast tried to kill me, and I was trying to get her and Divisor out of equation so Darla can pass the exam, but turns out Darla was a snitch who made the documentary, and we all had to disband. But there's always a silver lining. NASA has hired me for the Mars program, and they want me to teleport a spaceship to Mars. and I don't know if I can do that. I'll have to produce a lot of fart for that. I don't know if I can fart so much, but let's see if I can do that. I have been eating a lot of pork sausages nowadays, so I can just build a fart inside me. But let's see if I can fart a spaceship away to Mars. Let's hope for the best.
So I'm pretty happy. Worked really hard. I made some new friends. Blast girl. Have the potential of romance. I think it's really gonna happen. Really happy. Really happy. And Nathan, he helped me out with some new nutrition, and somehow I was able to get sucked into this teleportation portal, and here I am in ancient Rome, and I'm relevant. I'm super relevant. I'm helping build this thing called the Colosseum. I'm doing. They asked me to divide 8,432 by 211, and the answer was 473.7234. That's each column is going to be made 473.34 feet. Yep, they're writing. They don't have movies. It's ancient Rome, right? It's 200 BC, but they're writing sonnets about me. Sonnets. They might even write a song about me. Sonnet is the past movie. So, and sonnets last forever. These movies are made on cellophane, right? And sonnets last forever. I'm really happy. Last girl, I just want to come out and say it, I love you. I love you a lot. And when I come back to the future, I know there's no superheroes, but there's superheroes in the past. I'm going to come get you, bring you back to Rome, and we're going to have a blast. Blast girl. Maybe have some little blast children.
So, my mom was a public school teacher back in the day, and I remember she transitioned, on her journey. She was, I think it's like fifth grade or something, and after that, she went to like a little private school. It was Montessori, something like that. She just got smaller classes, more money. And at the time, I remember being upset. I was like, hey, you should go back to those other kids. But for her, she was equipped with better resources and she felt like she could make a better impact. And that's where I feel I am right now. These mutant little kids, these little shits, they don't want to learn. They don't want to improve themselves. So that's why I funded my own school, Nathan Fit, and we're doing great. The people here want to be here. And that's that's honestly the first step. Wanting to do something. I want to make myself better. I have regimens. I have plans throughout the day that I adhere to because I understand what happens afterwards. And trying to work with these superhero kids, the hubris on Blaster Girl, the pompous attitude of Darla, just what was the point? What was really the point? This, come on. I'm Nathan. I'm not doing like Teach for America for these like little superhero turds who don't want to listen, don't want to eat anything I tell them to. Like, go eat a Hershey bar. That'll really help your teleportation. Awesome. Keep that up. Yeah, let's see where you're going by the time you're 40 and your cape doesn't fit. Okay? So I'm thriving. I'm doing great. I'm finally feeling valued. I don't really keep in touch with anyone. Wish I did, but that's different. Being a self-directed small business owner, sometimes you got to take steps for yourself. And really, at the end of the day, it wasn't a congruent fit. So I think I'll do okay.
Well, Sometimes things happen. Sometimes you end up in jail. Was not part of the plan, but here I am. I've never seen myself as someone that's trying to fight crime or trying to figure out who's the good guy and the bad guy. And now that I'm here and staring at these 3 walls and these bars, it turns out that I am the bad guy. Maybe I am the villain. Maybe I wanted so badly just to finish something that it caused me to become what everyone has feared. I mean, honestly, the joke is on them. These bars, goodbye. I don't have to be here for long. But part of me kind of wants to stay for a little bit, have a little bit of me time. Because what's in it for me if I come out? Can't go back to school. I'm no longer allowed, no longer want to be a superhero if I'm going to commit to this villain thing. Who knows where Divisor is? He seems very interested in everything Blastigirl has to offer, which is not surprising. There's a lot going on here. I have not seen any men in this area, so maybe there's some invisible men around that could hopefully one day become visible. So now that I start to say it out loud, maybe it is time I get out of here. I know that these bars might not be much. I could get out at any moment, which I don't think these idiot guards have figured out. The mayor certainly hasn't. But it's the cement that my blast can't quite get through. I heard one of the guards saying that there was 450 prisoners here, and there were 11 aisles, rows of cells. So if I divide 450, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how many times I would have to blast and how many barriers there are between me and the outside. I guess I do need Divisor. I need someone. I need someone, or else I will rot here forever. Blast!
Okay, so there's some amount of irony that in the course of making the documentary that ultimately undermined the entire superhero institution, I finally just embraced my powers. Yes, I am a superhero. Yes, I am an incredible avant-garde artist. And yes, I do wield that power to challenge public perception and to warp the minds of those around me. And yes, it is an awesome responsibility. Do I believe I'm the only true superhero? Yes. Do I believe I'm also a supervillain? Yes. Do I think that it matters whether I am one or the other? Probably to you, but or it will. Anyway, in the aftermath of my incredible Critical Runaway success documentary, I gave up filmmaking as a pedestrian sort of thing, and now I'm active in advocating for the reinstatement of the superhero school and the accreditation system, because now that it's fallen out of favor, I see its incredible value. So I'm thinking about going to visit Blast Girl in prison, and I might even take up with that teleporter type because I do love travel. So happy ending for me.
And now we have the crew for a Q&A.
Divisor, do you have any, other projects in addition to the Colosseum or any other buildings you're looking to help build?
Yes, they're building a tower in Pisa. So I am going to be responsible for all the math for this tower. It's going to be majestic. It's going to go up straight to the sky. I can't wait to see what a success it's going to be.
Darkwing, what will you be doing next? What else will you expose?
Well, I am both blessed and cursed with the ability to understand the value of things that most people in society overlook. So that includes teleporter, the traditionally eschewed farting superhero. Now that I've embraced my powers, I have embraced also his powers, and we are to wed and become but one force. Yeah.
Teleporter, there was one time in particular that the crew on the documentary said that you teleported and tried to go one place, and it turned out you went two different places when you were leaving the testing site. Can you tell us what those travels were like and what that did to you mentally coming back on set after?
It was really difficult. It so happened that half of my body landed in one place and another half in another. It was a really ugly scene, but they managed to stitch me back up, and here I am again. It was a really bad experience.
Mayor Pete, do you regret disbanding the superheroes?
There has been a little bit of crime. I must say, there has been a little bit of extra crime. A little bit of those, ex-hero vagrants doing their thing. This was what we originally tried to prevent. But, you win some, you lose some. And I think the main thing is we're finally going to have a budget to where we can put money towards the people. We're going to be able to use those buses again. And I'm pretty excited about that.
Okay, so I need to leave.
Nathan, the viewers at home didn't get to see all of the, spread of foods and snacks you laid out each day. Was that a challenge to, not only be interviewed, but then have to feed everyone as well?
Really appreciate you bring that up. I appreciate it. One thing that Mayor Pete alluded to was, some of the rise in some of the undesirables within the neighborhood. And this is a great time for me to plug my new self-improvement program, working with some of those homeless individuals. I call it Vegetables for the Vagabonds. And they are going to really pull themselves up by those dirty bootstraps of theirs and really learn to eat well. Say no to some of the carbohydrates, the gluten. They'll develop celiac after a while, and say yes to good fruit and some good salads. To your question, setting up the spreads mostly went uneaten, underappreciated, underutilized, undervalued, whatever you want to throw there. So again, I have my garden. It's more than enough for me. I end up donating it because my wife doesn't eat it either. So I have plenty of fruits and vegetables. That's for sure.
Darkwing, let's go.
Yes, babe.
And see.
Thank you for watching.